you, Carl, for that very kind introduction. And I'm struck with how much planning it takes to be spontaneous. Describing everything that you did. In a sense, that's true. But my purpose here is to evaluate Joe's speech. And as with the first speech, it wasn't a manual speech. So what I'm going to do is point out some things about the speech that I thought were particularly effective. And because you mentioned that this is a speech a topic that you want to give a speech on, I may give some suggestions for how you might put that speech together and how that might be a particularly impactful one, because I think that this has the makings of a world-class speech, something that really impacts people, something that really touches people, and that's what good speaking is about. And really the first part of it is the connection with the audience and the authenticity, because you're talking about a topic, actually a set of topics that are very close to you and very personal, and so there's a certain emotional connection, and it's through that emotional connection that you connect with the audience and get your message across. Of course, I'm a big fan of the no lectern, except when I'm doing a speech evaluation, because I can't be that spontaneous or keep all that in my head. Joe, one of the things I always love about your speaking is your voice. You have this deep, rich baritone that just projects out in such a warm way, almost like a sweet-sounding tuba. I thought you used your gestures very effectively. You seem very comfortable in front of everybody. It's very nice to see somebody so comfortable in their skin. The one thing that stood out to me in the speech was the phrase which you ended with and you started with early: what do you want to do on the last day of your life? What a question. So if you knew this was the last day of your life, what would you be doing? So my first suggestion is to open with that. Don't say a word, but start with that question. I mean, because that's going to have people going off in all kinds of different directions and thinking and saying, wow, that'll just pull them right in. So the themes in your speech, life and death, the connection with Dick Bell, who just passed, and then the other connection with your brother. So I think that all of those can be woven together in a theme which is bookended by this notion of, okay, we have someday is going to be the last day of our lives, each one of us, and what is that going to be to us? I was fascinated with the different connections between you and Dick Bell through flying, through the aircraft that you've flown, through the P-51 that you talked about, through this wing that he developed that evidently saved your keister a number of times, and then you evidently served on the grand jury together. So I would try to make that a little bit clearer about what that was. You don't need to explain what a grand jury is, but you might say something like, I met Dick Bell when we both served on the Monterey County Grand Jury in 1983. And I'm making the date up, obviously. But fabulous speech. I always enjoy hearing you talk. I really am looking forward to hearing what this speech looks like in the end. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Arnie.